Alright, so here it is. And it does look an awful lot like that big giant sphere inside Septimus Cygnus's place. So I think that means we're in the right area. And also, it's looking like my worries have been put to rest, because I'm not seeing anyone else in here. Alright, so I remember the first time I ever did this thing, it was pretty much at random. But I think what we'll need to do is somehow line all these up so that the light hits this in the correct spots. So I guess we'll go ahead and start with this one. Or maybe not. There we go, that seems to be a bit better. But then that's gonna bring it back to full metal. Okay, so we definitely want the glass on top. I know that. And then obviously these things are locked for the time being. Okay, there we go. So maybe that's a better combination. Because that one obviously doesn't work. So you know what I'll do is keep pressing this one, because I think this will give us some better combinations. And then... oh, you know what? I think I get it. So this just moves it back to the previous position. And that one's gonna bring it over, I guess, to the left. One more. So now these are open. Alright, so there's our light. And then I suppose we just bring it down, right? Okay, so a bit of a rough start, but hey, I guess that wasn't so bad.
That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexion.
Yeah, once again though, I could have sworn that was part of the main story. And maybe it still is. Which means we might have taken a pretty big shortcut when it comes to getting that quest done. Alright, so now that we're back out here, I suppose we ought to just find one of those elevators that we ran into earlier. And then just take that thing all the way up to the surface. I'd imagine it wouldn't be too far away. But I guess I'll meet back with you guys once we end up finding it. Alright, looks like this should be one right over here. The real question is, where is it going to put us once we're all the way up?
I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Alright, no bandits, no vampires. I'd say this is a decent spot to pop up at. But now, I think our best move would be to just head back to Septimus Cygnus and see what he can do. So now we just gotta hope this guy's awake. Knowing him though, he probably never sleeps.
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.
Yeah, whatever you say. By the way, I inscribed the lexicon.
Give it, quickly. Extraordinary. I see it now. The ceiling structure interlocks in the tiniest fractals. Dwemer blood can loose the hooks, but none alive remain to bear it. A panoply of their brethren could gather to form a facsimile, a trick. Something they did not anticipate. No, not even them. The blood of Altmer, Bosmer, Dunmer, Falmer, and Orsimer. The elves still living provide the key. Bear you hence this extractor. It will drink the fresh blood of elves. Come when its set is complete.
Okay, so now we need blood from pretty much every race, aside from the human type ones. I gotta ask though, why are you so eager to get this thing open?
Ah, the box contains the heart. Ah, the essence of a god. I have devoted my life to the Elder Scrolls, but their knowledge is a passing awareness when compared to the encompassing mind of divinity. The Dwemer were the last to touch it. It was thought to have been destroyed by the Nerevarine, but my lord told me otherwise.
And who is your lord?
The Daedric Prince of the Unknown, Hermaeus Mora. I thought there were no secrets left to know until I first spoke to him. He asks a price to work his will. A few murders, some dissent spread, a plague or two, for the secrets I can endure. In time, he brought me here, to the box. But he won't reveal how to open it. Maddening.
Yeah, very. Well, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'd rather not go around just murdering people at random. So I think for the time being, we'll just head back to the Dawn Guard. Okay, what the hell's going on here? I'm not liking this one bit.
Come closer, bask in my presence.
Who exactly are you?
I am Hermaeus Mora. I am the guardian of the unseen, a knower of the unknown. I have been watching you, mortal. Most impressive.
So what is it you want from me?
Your continuing aid to Septimus renders him increasingly obsolete. He has served me well, but his time is nearing its end. Once that infernal lockbox is opened, he will have exhausted his usefulness to me. When that time comes, you shall take his place as my emissary. What say you?
Well, I still don't see what's really in it for me. After all, you do seem like a pretty vile demon.
Be warned, many have thought as you do. I have broken them all. You shall not evade me forever.
We'll see. Yeah, I'd rather not just go killing him for no reason. Even if we do get to find out whatever's in that box. Oh man, this is a pretty nasty storm, isn't it? Alright, well, let's be on our way to the Dawn Guard. Yeah, I guess they all must be sleeping. Yeah, seems like they're somewhere upstairs. You know, I wonder if we can maybe get one of these as a follower. That would be really cool. Now, I'm not sure if the guy who takes care of the trolls sells them. It may be someone else. But we'll have to find out eventually. I think he's still making his way downstairs. But who are these people?
Seems that I'm the only one of my kind here. Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Still, it's my duty to help protect Skyrim as much as any Nords, don't you think?
Oh, is she a wood elf? Yeah, it's a good thing she's with the Dawn Guard. Otherwise, we might need her blood. That being said, wonder why she joined.
Isran is the only one trying to do something about these vampires. I don't much like him, but I can't allow the people of Skyrim to be preyed upon by those monsters.
Fair enough. Is there anything I can do to help?
Serene needs help with her project to improve our crossbows. And if that doesn't interest you, speak with Gunmar. He has something for you.
Okay, cool.
It's been a pleasure.
And...
Speak.
Whoa.
I hear you're doing a lot of the work in tracking down these vampires. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Yeah, I guess he could follow.
Looks like you've already got someone with you.
It's so good to see you again.
And I think it's safe to say Serana's probably a bit more important. So we'll stay with her. Oh man.
I trust your journey was successful?
I've brought the scroll, by the way.
I'm sorry, my friend. I can no longer be of use in this matter.
Yeah, I can see that. What happened?
It's my fault. In my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the careful preparation required. I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects, but I was wrong. Now I am paying for it.
Okay, so he really is blind, isn't he?
Blind? Yes, I'm afraid so.
So can anything be done to help, or are you somewhat a lost cause?
No, it will have to run its course. And there's always the chance I may never recover.
Well, then it sounds like we might be finished.
No, there is another way. The question is, how much are you willing to risk to find Oriel's bow?
What is it I need to do?
I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind could be the least of your worries.
Well, don't worry about that. Just tell me.
Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek.
So explain this ritual.
It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls.
Okay. And how would I carefully gather this bark?
In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you.
And then do I need to read the scroll? In any order, that is?
From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy.
Alright, so it sounds like that dragon one we picked up may not be of too much use, or at least not yet. But we still
Good luck.
need...
I hope you find the answers you seek.
Yeah, and that knife. Alright, so let's see where exactly this thing might be. Oh, over by Falkrest. Okay, this might be pretty fun. And it looks like we're traveling all the way back to Helgen to get it. Now, I think this place may be covered in bandits by now. I mean, just look at all this. That can't be a good sign. Might be better we stay in the shadows, though. Alright, there's one over there. And it's really not like we need to kill them all. I don't think there's too much loot here, seeing as how everything's pretty much burned to a crisp.
Who's there? Where'd you come from?
Alright, so maybe that's enough for now. Let's see if we can get on out of here. And then Falkreth should be just somewhere off in that direction. Now I think this area might even be pretty damn close to that pine forest. So hopefully that's the case. Okay, what exactly is this? Did they get burned by their own fire? Or did someone else interfere? Man, it seems like every single time we find one of these cabins out in the woods, something bad has usually happened. I think last time it was sort of taken over and had become a witch's coven. But there's gotta be a note around here that maybe explains it. Okay, so note to the authorities. And this says, I've heard talk about the dragons, but didn't believe it until now. One flew by last week, and ever since we've seen him fly back and forth from a nearby mountain peak. My wife thinks we should move away, go somewhere else, but I told her that would be nonsense. As long as we don't bother it, it won't bother us. Still, I thought it would be best if we report it to the local authorities. The creature's lair is just south the hill behind our shack, near Bear's Cave Mill. Okay, very cool. So maybe that's something we want to explore. Now, I think there may be a better way up, somewhere over here, by the glaive. But we'll see. Now that would explain how they got burned up. Obviously it was the dragon. Not sure why I didn't eat him, though. I mean, he is awfully close.
That's all you got?
Boost!
You need to do better than that. Of the hero.
Oh, wow. So these guys are pretty much coming from everywhere now. Okay, well, let's hope that's the last of them then. And besides, I think that glaive should just be right around the corner. Oh, and like I said, this should be that better way up to the dragon's lair I was talking about. So I'd say after we stop by the glaive, or glade, we should, try and bring him down. And Falkreth is just right down there, too. So after we slay the dragon, we could always go fill our belly with mead. I'd say that would be a good way to celebrate. But yeah, here we are. And why is there a fire outside? This can't be a good sign.